Let's go. Action.
Star Wars is very patriarchal, so it was kind of cool to have this sort of woman-centered figure.
I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal and brawn. That's what kind of man I am. You're just a woman with a small brain. With a brain a third the size of us. It's science.
You're no Star Wars fan in my mind.
Same old different day.
Welcome to Galactic Initiative. I'm your host Jeff with my last video prior to the Acolyte's premiere. From Lucasfilm a few days ago, the old preemptive toxic male fanbase attack. In a recently published interview for the New York Times, Kathleen Kennedy and Leslye Headland dusted off 2018's fan-shaming playbook to pardon the Acolyte, Headland's upcoming D+ disaster, a series loosely based on Star Wars. Link for the interview in the description. Why am I predicting disaster? I've experienced the trailer, teaser, and featurettes, followed the High Republic, watched and read the promotional interviews, and researched the showrunner and cast members. Trust me now as you trusted me in advance of Kenobi and Ahsoka. The Acolyte will be terrible. Star Wars wasn't Leslie's priority. She openly shared her view of the IP as a platform for
the obsession with identity over personality, the narcissistic sense of entitlement, the trampling of the legacy of previous generations, the realization that no matter how much ground is given and how many concessions are made, the demand will always be the same. More.
To the Access Media, she repeatedly broadcast a redress for childhood trauma and an opportunity for representation. Yeah, she paid lip service to Star Wars. At Celebration 2023, she melodramatically claimed Star Wars saved her life.
Star Wars saved my life.
But her grasp of the IP proved tenuous at best. She could neither identify a favorite film nor discuss basic lore. I published a video about the High Republic and the Acolyte in February. Link in the description. Intersectionality is the only tool in Leslie's toolbox. Given a platform, she trumpets her identifiers and perceived disadvantages. Show me an interview with Leslye and I'll show you all interviews with Leslye. Her script is familiar. Moxie overcomes systemic injustice. Stunning and brave. From the forefront of Star Wars, her cry of marginalization falls flat. According to the New York Times, she oversaw one of the most expensive series in entertainment history. Lucasfilm provided a budget of almost $200 million for The Acolyte. Fans aren't buying her shtick. Viewers have disliked The Acolyte's official trailer over 500,000 times, hence the preemptive attack. 2 questions. Was she oblivious to Harvey Weinstein's bad behavior? Did she write, direct, and produce a quality Star Wars show? If the answer to either is no, identity politics will not shield Leslye from public backlash. How many times has Kathy retreated to intersectionality without success? Rey, Rose Tico, Vice Admiral Holdo, Fennec Shand, Omega, Drash, Reva Savander, Tala Durith, Elia Kane, the Duchess, Morgan Elsbeth, Barriss Offee, and live-action Bo-Katan Kryze, Ahsoka Tano, Sabine Wren, and Hera Syndulla. Do fans criticize these characters as females, or as ridiculous fourth-wave feminist girl bosses? To be fair, several sparked enthusiasm before Kathy ruined them. Side note, Daisy Ridley defended the fanbase in January.
Things get blown out of proportion, and the interactions I've ever had with people have been nothing but wonderful and supportive. I've only ever been embraced.
Kylo Ren, Captain Bombardier, Commissioner Hellgate, TFA Han Solo, TLJ Luke Skywalker and Supreme Leader Snoke, TLJ and TRS Finn, Poe Dameron, and General Hux, Born Again Boba Fett, Depressed Obi-Wan Kenobi, Season 3 Din Djarin and Moff Gideon, and live-action Ezra Bridger, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and the Grand Inquisitor. Do people criticize these characters as males or as effete morons? Again, Kathy's activism destroyed several fan favorites. She conveniently ignores Star Wars' esteemed female characters as she blames a phantom patriarchy for all her blunders. Princess Leia, Mon Mothma, Padme Amidala, Ahsoka Tano, Hera Syndulla, Sabine Wren, Jyn Erso, Asajj Ventress, the Armorer, Dedra Meero. Shall I go on? Women have been powerful leaders in Star Wars since its inception.
Yes, yes.
Overall, Star Wars fans are loyal, reasonable, and insightful. They aren't intolerant. Kathy has often dismissed vocal fans as toxic males because they refuse to participate in deceits like the Emperor's new clothes. They praise and censure with good reason. Kathy attempts to hide her mistakes behind accusations of misogyny, bigotry, and male chauvinism. Why let the truth get in the way of a good story, eh? The following statement is irrefutable. Star Wars was more profitable, more relevant, and more innovative under George Lucas. In this video, I don't have time to cover her frequent firings, delays, budget overruns, and cancellations. Star Wars productions flounder on a consistent basis. Can you trust an announcement from Lucasfilm nowadays? As Kathy and Leslye disparage the majority of Star Wars fans, let's revisit a moment from 2015 when Kathy bragged about her management of Lucasfilm.
50% of our executive team are women, and 6 out of 8 of the people in my story group are women. We're making Star Wars movies, and the majority of the people involved in the development of those stories are women.
After 12 years of Disney's ownership and Kathy's leadership marked by females headlining and executing Star Wars, the Force's female era, if you will, why haven't fans embraced
The message.
Kathy and colleagues continue to issue your no Star Wars fan if declarations. Why would the fan base be a problem for a studio that courts women like the Hallmark Channel in December? In other words, why hasn't Lucasfilm, champion of representation, diversified its customers? Who should be blamed for such failure? Perhaps, and I'm spitballing here, the fan base isn't the problem. Both men and women view Disney Star Wars with disdain. Perhaps, and indulge my riff, identifiers aren't qualifications. Do you know of any substitutes for talent and hard work? Maybe, just maybe, the denunciations from Kathy and Leslye are meant to excuse another epic failure, namely the Acolyte. What are your thoughts? Leave a comment. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate my work. Check out Galactic Initiative for honest takes on Star Wars.
Have things changed for women?
You
in
know,
Hollywood?
it's interesting. I don't think things have really changed that much.
Galactic Initiative is not authorized or endorsed by Lucasfilm Limited. The name Star Wars and all related materials are registered trademarks of Lucasfilm Limited, a subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company, while rights reserved. Galactic Initiative is a registered trademark, and other product and company names are trademarks of their respective holders. Use does not imply affiliation or endorsement.